What up? I got 3 tips to instantly increase the speed of your punches so you can get them lightning fast hands. Move faster. That's the secret. What's up, everybody? Shane here. So I'm going to start this video with a question. I went to a Mark Delagrati seminar years ago. If you don't know who Mark Delagrati is, do your research. I remember he raised his hand and he said, I got a question for you. Well, he said it more like this. I got a question for you. When you throw a punch, do you accelerate at the beginning or at the end of the strike? So, what do you think? What's your answer? I know what my answer is. I know what Mark said. A lot of know-it-alls in the comment section these days, so I want to hear what you think. Comment down below. Today, we're going to be focused on 3 tips to instantly increase the speed of your punches. So I'm not going to be going over exercises. We're not going to talk about developing muscle or fast twitch muscle fibers. We're going to be talking about some hacks, some tips, some advice that you can apply right away to increase the speed of your punches. So let's jump right into the first one. Today's punches will be demonstrated on this Century heavy bag. Century Martial Arts was gracious enough to outfit the entire fightTIPS gym with mats and heavy bags, including Bob. We see you over there, Bob. Shout out to Bob. And this traditional Fight Gear co-branded Century traditional heavy bag. Let's do it. The first tip is you have to eliminate your telegraph. You're letting them know that the punch is about to come. So even if you have fast punches, if you give them a heads up, they're probably going to be able to defend against it. Dudes, I promise you that you will land more punches and you will be faster if you eliminate your telegraph. And I'd be willing to bet, and I'm not a betting man, that 99% of you are still telegraphing before you throw your punches. I know because the highest level athletes still do it. You have to train it out. This is a telegraph, ready? That was a big telegraph. Ready? I'll do it again. It's this pump. It's the rotation of the shoulders so that I can load up for my jab. Don't load up, that's the tell. Instead, my hands are here and I'm shooting straight out from here. All right, so even if it doesn't feel like I have as much power, and maybe I'm not building up the velocity for the speed, I still promise you that that punch is more likely to land than that one. This one will land first. Telling you, all right? So what you need to do is just think forward. You got your hands up, glue your index fingers to your eyebrows, and just punch from here. And what I like to do is I sync up the foot with the hand. So as the hand hits the target, my foot hits the ground. I'm just stepping with my lead foot. Keep some weight in the back leg, right out. And I just shoot it right from here. I can throw the cross behind it too, so watch. And here's the thing too, you can always disguise it with these small circles with your hands, bobbing with your knees, right? Head movement, fakes and feints, right? Where you're playing the hand fight. But still, eliminate the load up, eliminate the pump before you go. And again, for me, I just think forward. Like if I'm about to throw a punch, the word that comes to mind is forward. Meaning I'm not going to go down first, then forward. I'm not going to go back and then forward. It's like getting in your car, turning it on, going in reverse before you go forward. Right? If you're in a race, you're not gonna go backwards first, you're just gonna go forward. If you're sprinting, you're not gonna go backwards first, you're just gonna go off that starting block, forward, forward, forward. Don't pump, don't load, just go forward. My next tip is cut the distance in half. So if you can inch your hand forward, if you can cheat a little bit and get the fist closer to the target, it now has to travel half the amount of distance. If you're driving a mile to get somewhere, but you can start halfway, you only have to drive half a mile. You're gonna get there twice as fast. So we're gonna do the same concept, but with our fist. Bam. So watch, I can throw the jab from guard, right? Fingertips at the eyebrows, and I punch from here. And that's a quick punch, right? I'm guarded, I'm protected. Or as I'm circling my hands, moving my head, I start to cheat and inch my hand out closer and closer. Now it's got half the distance to travel, which means it's gonna get there twice as fast. Same thing with the cross, one that I learned from JT Van V, Precision Striking, one of the best boxing channels out there. He did a video for me years ago where he talked about, instead of keeping your cross hand back here, bring it in front of your face. Gives you a couple extra inches, takes the telegraph away, and then you can just shoot it right from here. Right, set it up with the jabs. Again, half the amount of distance, I'm gonna get there twice as fast. Combine that now with the long guard, right? Like George Foreman, Nate Diaz, where they reach for the hands and they just gotta punch from here. From here. Still got a ton of damage, right? Ton of power. George Foreman knocked tons of people out with this. Half the distance, twice as fast. Next bit of advice, you probably guessed it, you gotta stay loose. You gotta stay relaxed. You can't be stiff when you throw your shots. Easier said than done, but here's a tip. The more loose you are, the faster your punches are gonna go. You gotta think about whipping the towel when you throw your punch. That's gonna be quick. In order to get loose, you have to know what it feels like to be tense. So I want you to tense up like you're in a muscle competition. You're flexing all of your muscles, and then try to throw a jab cross from here. Staying tense the whole time. Robotic, stiff, clunky. Now, stiffen everything up and exhale and just totally relax. Now keep that looseness in the body. Soft legs, soft shoulders, and we're just gonna whip the towel right from here. Quick, no telegraph, right? So I'm not loading up, I'm not pumping, not pulling my arm back, I'm not rocking, I'm just shooting it forward. Right from here, I can still be in guard. A little bit of tension in the lats to be able to keep the hands up, right? But the shoulders are loose, traps are loose, and then I'm just gonna shoot right from here. Much quicker. So people may say, well, Shane, I thought my shoulder should be high for defense. Yeah, when you're defensive, right? So I'm here, I'm loose and relaxed. There's no threat, there's no punch. Once I start to see him shift his weight, start to move his feet, and then I see the threat coming, that's when I can shrug my shoulders, tighten up the lat muscles and protect, right? But otherwise, I'm loose and relaxed. That's what's gonna give me the whip, the speed in my shots. When I punch, naturally the shoulder comes up and protects my chin. I'm not flexing my trap or my shoulders to do that. It's just the trajectory of my punch. Punching straight out, protecting my chin, and the punch comes straight back. But I'm loose and relaxed. The only time I tense up is right before the point of impact, because I don't want to be a wet noodle when I hit. I want to hit with the stiff board, right? So I'm loose, 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 tight. That's when I flex the forearm, I flex the lat, maybe a little bit of tricep and shoulder, but again, mostly in the forearm to tighten up the wrist, to have a strong fist, a strong impact, and reinforced with the lat muscle behind it. But everything else is just bone stacking. All of the bones are in proper alignment so that when I hit them, bang, it rocks them. It's a jab that sits them down, right? Or busts his nose, bang. It's the alignment of the bones, not the muscle recruitment necessarily. That helps keep the joints in place, but if the joints are lined up correctly, that's where you're gonna get the power. So you're loose and relaxed for your speed, and then you tense for the heavy impact. Loose and relaxed, tense. Right back to being loose and relaxed. So that's the timing that it takes in order to get your speed while also having power behind your shots. Loose, loose. And now the fourth unforeseen tip is handcuff punching. Change the tempo up, change the rhythm up of your shots. For combination punches, I learned this one from Sensei Endo, another great YouTuber. When we did a video together, he talked about handcuff punching. He said, imagine when you throw your jab, your opposite hand, your cross hand, is attached at handcuffs, so it's right behind it. Bang. All right, so you keep the punches really close together, so it looks like this. Bang. And you can hear the tempo difference from that and from a regular one too, which is bop, bop. Now, if I put the handcuffs on and I throw my 1-2, it's bop, bop, right? So listen, versus, you can hear the difference. Nate Diaz uses this one a lot, catches a lot of people with his 1-2, right? They react to the 1, they relax, bang, they're getting caught with the 2. Bang, bop, bop. Do it, work it. My fifth and final tip, see, I'm giving you 2 extra tips. There's no wonder why we call this channel Fight Tips. My final tip is get the knuckles to the target quick. Extend your arm quick, pull it back quick. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. If you want to move faster, move faster. You have to challenge the body, and the first happens up here. You make the decision that today, during my training session, I'm going to focus on speed, and I'm going to get the knuckles to the target quick. And I'm going to make each punch faster than the previous one. I'm going to challenge my body, I'm going to push myself, and I'm going to go faster. I'm going to remind myself to stay relaxed, I'm going to eliminate the telegraph, and I'm going to get the knuckles to the target quick. And I'm going to go even faster each and every time that I do it. So get the repetitions in, train, do it, focus, and you will get faster. That's the secret tip, all right? If you like this stuff, then you're going to love the stuff that we have on fighttips.com. So as you can imagine, this is the stuff that we give away for free on YouTube. Charge a little bit of money for the more premium stuff. In fact, no, that's free too. For the first 2 weeks, you get it absolutely free. Go on, watch all the videos, try the drills out. If you don't love it, you can cancel and you won't get charged anything at all. But our members tend to stick around because we've got a great community on there, constantly updating the courses. Plus, we do live classes, live kickboxing, 8 a.m. Eastern time every Saturday morning. So I hope to see you on there. Be sure to subscribe to, how does it go? Subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does, and hit that alert button because we got millions of people who are already subscribed. So to get the alert, to get the videos even before the underdogs do, hit that alert button, and then you'll get videos like the next one, which is exercises on how to develop your punching speed. So you can actually build up the muscle fibers as well. Until then, I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the underdogs. Too quick, you didn't even see it. I threw 6 punches there.